All right, good Thursday evening. It's been a day here in central Mississippi, a very warm day. Take a look at these high temperatures this afternoon. 90 degrees in Jackson. That was good enough to tie a record high set more than 100 years ago, back in 1918, and it wasn't even the hottest place in the state today. Vicksburg at 91, also 90 in Greenwood, 89 in Columbus, and in Hattiesburg. We're going to see near record highs over the next couple of days. In fact, it's going to be warm and muggy and windy before a front comes through. That's not going to happen until Saturday night. Now, the front now is stationary to the north of us, and this has been the focus of a severe weather outbreak last night. We had more severe weather during the day today. We're going to see another significant round of severe weather moving through mostly Arkansas tomorrow. They're going to be under a level 4 out of 5 risk of severe weather. So just really getting hammered in the Mid-South. Eventually, there's going to be a push of colder air behind this front, and that's going to push it through Mississippi Saturday night into Sunday morning. Now, we did have a tornado watch in effect. That is expired. It expired at 10 p.m., but still a few storms here in Arkansas, and you see the flood warnings now from Nashville back over to Memphis because they have seen so much rain, and it's not over for them. They got a couple more rounds to go over the next day and a half or so. For us, we haven't seen any rain, just a couple of stray showers in our Delta counties. Nothing here in Jackson and points south, except it's been warm and muggy. It's currently 79 degrees, and it's just a few minutes before 11 p.m. at night. The dew point's at 71. That's extremely high, and the reason it's high is because we've had that very strong south wind. A sustained wind right now at about 15 miles per hour. Current wind gusts is at 29. This isn't going to change. We're going to see a day tomorrow, Friday, just like we've had for Wednesday and Thursday, where it's very breezy out there with wind gusts coming in from the south at 30 to 35 miles per hour, which, of course, in turn, keeps a lot of moisture in over the state. Dew points are going to stay in the low 70s, so low temperatures are only going to be able to drop into the lower to mid-70s with mostly cloudy skies overnight. And then tomorrow, it's going to feel like the middle of summer again. We're expecting temperatures to at least be in the upper 80s with a mix of sun and clouds. Here's the thing. The record high for Jackson for April the 4th is 87 from 1954. It was tied again in 81, 88, and in 2023. So if we make it to 88, we're likely going to break a record high for your Friday, and we're going to be close again on Saturday before the storms arrive. So when do the storms arrive? Well, it's going to be a little while. Notice those waves of storms moving along our stationary front, but another wave is going to come through. Some cooler air coming in behind it's going to force all of that through the state of Mississippi. So we're expecting the storms to affect our Delta counties by late Saturday afternoon, right around 4 or 5 o'clock, and then everything is going to start to head in our direction. I think we're going to see a nasty squall line come together right along the Natchez Trace about midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. So, unfortunately, this is going to be another overnight event. You have to have ways to receive weather warnings if you're going to be asleep Saturday night when this is rolling through. So if you got a NOAA radio, make sure that it is in the on position. And, of course, we want you to download the WJTV weather app so you can get alerts delivered directly to your phone. You got to have something, though, that's going to wake you up if a tornado warning is issued. And I do think it's likely that we're going to be under a tornado watch during the overnight hours Saturday night into Sunday. So through the overnight, the squall line is going to move from west to east. It'll be in the Pine Belt by about daybreak Sunday. Doesn't look like we're going to be finished with this until about midday on your Sunday. That's when it moves into southwestern Alabama. Our severe weather risk tonight is mostly to the north of us. Technically, we're under a level 1 risk in our Delta counties, but really not too much to worry about. For tonight, the concern is going to go up, of course, Saturday night. We're going to be under a level 3 risk west of I-55. And then the storms are going to weaken overnight as they move eastward, but still there's going to be a potential for severe weather even through the Pine Belt with a level 2 risk there. And all modes of severe weather are not only possible, but I think likely. We're talking about large hail up to golf ball in size, damaging winds up to 70 miles per hour, and then, of course, there is probably going to be a tornado warning or two. Now, here's the updated timing. I think it's going to be late afternoon through the evening hours, mainly northwest of the Big Black River. In the metro, it's going to be overnight, midnight, early morning hours of Sunday, and then in the Pine Belt through the overnight into our daybreak hours. So it's going to be a long night, Saturday night. And, of course, after the front moves through, a big cool down. Remember, we could set a record high of 88 Friday, And then Sunday, we're 20 degrees cooler, and that's going to be below the average of 74. And we're going to spend several days with below average temperatures next week. So your forecast for tonight, look in comparison, 72 for a low. That's under mostly cloudy skies. Still going to be breezy. Winds coming in from the south at up to 30 miles per hour, not only tonight, but during the day tomorrow, when we will see a mix of sun and clouds. 20% chance of a stray shower, mostly north of I-20. And that high temperature at 88 degrees. So here's a look at our next 8 days. Stormy weekend for the fourth weekend in a row. There's going to be a threat of severe weather. Sunday is going to be a weather alert day, but really you can consider this Saturday night through early Sunday. That's our weather alert time. And then notice the drop in the temperature. Saturday, we're in the upper 80s. Sunday, upper 60s. So that's a 20-degree drop. Then from Sunday afternoon to Monday morning, that's another 20-degree drop. So from Saturday afternoon to Monday morning, a 40-degree drop in our temperature. And then next week, it's going to be nice and sunny, but cooler. Highs will be warming from the mid-60s to the mid-70s. Your lows, though, will be staying mostly in the 40s all of next week. And here's a little bit of good news. I checked ahead past the 8-day forecast, day 9, 10, 11, getting into next weekend. I think finally we're going to see a quiet weekend next weekend. We've had 4 bad weekends in a row. Next weekend, though, looks a little bit better. So that is at least, I guess, some good news. Now, we're going to have another update coming up tomorrow morning with meteorologist Gracie Morris, and Roberto Zamora is going to be here as well with an update about midday on your Friday. And then Megan Hanna is going to be working Friday evening. She'll have an update about this time tomorrow night. And watch those updates, because these models, they're going to continue to update every 6 hours or so. We have some models that update every hour, some that update every 4 to 6 hours. So as new model information comes in, we'll have a better idea of the timing exactly of the storms and the strength of the storms as well, and exactly what's going to happen as we head through the weekend. But please stay weather alert this weekend. It's going to be another bad one. Then after that, I think we're going to see a nice long stretch of really pretty spring weather starting next Monday. All right, take care, everybody.